how do the developments that we've been talking about in AI intersect with social media and the platforms that most people use today? There's a future where there's generated images and generated text and maybe AI influencers. How does generative AI change how social media feels in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really deep one. There's already been one big shift, which is that social media started out as people primarily interacting with their friends. And now it is, at least half of the content is basically people interacting with creators or content that's not created by people who they kind of personally know. So we sort of already have that paradigm. And I think AI is probably going to accelerate that. It will give all these people additional tools, right? So your friends will create kind of funnier memes and more interesting content. That'll come from a lot of different ways. I think some of it will be, okay, your friends have glasses and they capture a bunch of stuff. And before they might have not been able to edit it to make it interesting, or maybe it was just too much work, or they didn't even realize that they captured something amazing. But now the AI is like, hey, I made this thing for you out of your content. And it's like, okay, that's awesome. People will enjoy that. Creators, obviously, kind of much more specialized skills are going to be able to use even more advanced AI tools to make more compelling content. But then I think that there will be a bunch of kind of green field type stuff where maybe in the future there will be content that is purely generated by AI, by the system, personalized for you. Maybe it's summarizing things that are out there that are going to be interesting. Maybe it's just producing something funny that makes you laugh. This is going to be a very kind of deep zone that there's a lot to experiment with. I think that there are going to be AI creators as well as creators building AI versions of themselves. I mean, that's a thing that we just showed too at Connect is basically, I mean, if you're a creator, one of the big challenges is all right, there are only so many hours in the day and your community probably has a nearly unlimited demand to interact with you. And you want to interact with them because you're trying to grow your community. I mean, that's both socially and from a business perspective. That's sort of, growing the community is an important part of what every creator does. So, okay, if we can make it so that each creator can basically make an AI artifact that their community can interact with, people will be clear that it's not the actual creator themselves, but it's almost like a piece of digital art that you're producing. Like an interactive sculpture or something that it's like you train it to, here's the context that I want it to have, here's the topics I want it to communicate on, here's stuff that I want it to stay away from. You're giving your community something to interact with when you can't be there to kind of answer all the questions. And I think that's going to be super compelling. So there's all these interesting things, but I think AI, it's kind of like the internet in a way where it's probably going to change almost every field and almost every feature of every application that we use. It seems sort of hyperbolic to say that, but I do think that's true. And it's just hard to sort of enumerate all the different things up front. But I think that over the next 5 to 10 years, we're just going to explore the impacts in each of these areas.